Good afternoon, Denton. Welcome to NTTV News today on this beautiful day. I'm Casey Balda. Today's top stories. As crews still search for missing people, the death toll now rises to 23 in West Virginia, as flooding has devastated the state for the past week. And in other news, Iceland beat England in a huge upset at the European Soccer Championship, 2-1, capping off a historic run for the Scandinavian nation. But first, UNC is known extremely well for its music program, but there are also other arts programs such as dance and theater. UNC is beginning to take away funding from its dance and theater programs and is focusing more on music. I spoke to concerned dance student Alexandria Ayala about how this has affected her.
With dance not being included, I'm missing out on the opportunity to meet companies and to further my career in dance, as well as other dancers. They don't have the opportunity to make connections and network on campus, and networking is a big part of making it in the dance world and pursuing a dance career. So with that being taken away from us, that's taking away opportunity, that's taking away, that's saying dance and theater aren't as important.
Next, the American Cancer Society is striving to find more ways to help cancer patients in as many ways as possible. I spoke to the American Cancer Society Program Manager, Patty Ramos, about what her role is at ACS and to find out more ways that people can get involved. The American Cancer Society is striving to find more ways to help cancer patients get through their treatments so they can see their next birthday. I spoke to Health Initiatives Community Manager Patty Ramos about what the American Cancer Society does and ways that you can help out. Patty Ramos has been working for the American Cancer Society down in Fort Worth, Texas for approximately 15 years, dedicated to one goal: helping cancer patients.
About 2 months after I started working, I lost a very good friend of mine who was just 21 at the time, and so that kind of hit me hard. But then as I worked more, loved to do what I did, and I helped hundreds of patients over the years. So that's been kind of the good side of it.
According to the National Cancer Institute, in 2016, approximately 1.6 million new cases of cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S., and approximately 600,000 people will die from the disease.
So most definitely, we are always looking for more volunteers, especially on our patient services side, as well as volunteers to help in our events that we do. But on the patient services side, probably our biggest need right now are volunteer drivers for the Road to Recovery program.
Road to Recovery consists of volunteers providing transportation for cancer patients to and from their treatments.
But by far, right now, our biggest need is volunteer drivers. So, being able to get a cancer patient to their treatment, could be them, not receiving treatment one day. And the goal of the program is to get people through their cancer treatment.
There are numerous of other very helpful volunteer programs within the American Cancer Society that help cancer patients get through their treatments. Along with a program called Look Good, Feel Better, where licensed cosmetologists help women going through their treatment with their makeup, the American Cancer Society also helps cancer patients with significant hair loss receive wigs to help boost their self-image through such a difficult time. To find out how you can become a volunteer and make a difference, visit cancer.org/volunteer. Thanks, Casey. The Audacity Brewhouse is making waves around the Lone Star State as a great brewery stationed right here in Denton County. Casey Balda has more. Audacity is a new and thriving beer that's located all around Texas and is hopefully located at your local bar. The Audacity Brewhouse is a relatively new brewery that is located in the heart of Denton, Texas. I spoke to Allison Davis, one of the managers of the local brewery, who talked to me about the brewery's rising success.
We started with the business plan of staying kind of towards the brewery, light distribution, and make most of our profit through the tap room, but now it's the complete opposite, where we're trying to expand even more, spread our beer through the market, and we've reached as far as Austin in just 2 years.
Allison also told me about how she enjoys the fact that she has great relationships with her coworkers as well as her customers.
We get a lot of regulars as well as newcomers. Our regulars we treat like family. They will literally volunteer their time whenever we're canning a new beer. They're here to help us, and we usually pitch in and give them a tab or a couple free beers here and there, and they've been coming here regularly. We do have an awards program for those regulars, but we're constantly meeting new people, and especially with our new renovations, it's been attracting a much bigger crowd.
Audacity also tries to lend a helping hand to local artists or groups looking to promote themselves.
we'll pitch in, help them, and we like to promote local artists and kind of get their name out as well. Be a good step in the door.
Denton is known for its bars, its music, and its friendly atmosphere. And the Audacity Brewhouse is all those things brewed into one. When we come back, we talk to UNT students about which candidate they think will be the next president. Hello, and welcome to Election Talk. I'm here with Daniel Toll, a local UNT student who is very interested about the next upcoming election. Now, Daniel, who are you going to vote for in the next election?
I'm actually voting for Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson. Now, who is Gary Johnson? Could you remind me, please?
Yeah, Gary Johnson is the Libertarian third-party candidate.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And what does this Gary Johnson stand for?
Yeah, Gary Johnson, he's kind of like a moderate libertarian, which libertarianism, it's fiscally conservative and socially liberal. So all the things you love about, liberalism, like, pro-gay marriage, basic, liberal things, libertarians normally are for that. But fiscally, they would be tighter.
So needless to say, none of the other candidates have intrigued you?
No, not at all.
One of the things about this election has been that Donald Trump's campaign has been very aggressive, and a lot of the comments have been considered to be very racist. What do you think are the pros and cons of Donald Trump's message?
Sure. The pros and cons. Pros would be that he is very open, and if you believe what he says, he's very open about what he is saying. But the cons would be that what he is saying is not good.
And what do you think about Obama's term as president? Do you think he did enough? Do you think he didn't do enough?
I think he was the status quo. I think over the past 30 years, no one's been, sure, they're Republican, they're Democrat, but they're not, their ideologies aren't really that different. So he's just more of the status quo.
And what are your views on Hillary Clinton?
She would be more of the same.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's all the time we have here for Election Talk. Join us next week when we talk to another UNT student, Chris Franco, and his positions on the election. Welcome back. As Election Day nears for the United States, which candidate has a better chance of winning, and how close do Americans think this election will be? This coming November, government buildings like this one behind me, in Denton and all around the world, are going to be packed with people ready to cast their votes and make their voice heard. Whether you're voting Democrat or Republican, it's very important that you make your way down to the polls. Back to you, Casey. That's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining us for NTTV News at Noon. I'm Casey Balda. Have a great day.